Hi, my name's Kyle Porter, and I'm a sales engineer here at Simba Technologies. I'm going to show you how to connect MongoDB to Tableau using the Simba MongoDB ODBC driver. Here I'm running MongoDB 2.6, and I've already loaded some data in it, which we can see through the Mongo shell. I'm just going to use my test database. I have a number of collections already loaded. We can look at the stocks. See, there's a number of fields in here, and there's also a nested array, which is why there's so much data showing up. We can make this look a little bit nicer. You can see that it scrolls and it's not quite as readable, but essentially each of these elements is one of the stock symbols. So I have MongoDB and I have some data in it. Next thing we need is the driver, which we can get from www.simba.com. You scroll to the top, you go to Products, and you go to MongoDB. You'll come to this page, and you can fill out the information on the right-hand side, and then try now to download the trial. I've already gone and downloaded and installed the trial. One thing to note is that when you do download the trial, you will be emailed a license key which you have to install. So once you've installed it, go to the 32-bit or 64-bit ODBC data source administrator, depending on which version of the driver you've installed. Scroll to your system DSN, and choose the Simba MongoDB DSN. This brings up the configuration dialog for the driver. I'm just running MongoDB locally, so I'll enter localhost or 127.0.0.1. We have the port, which is the default, and then I'll just enter test for the test database. Then we can hit test, and we can see we've successfully made a connection. You can go ahead and use the driver right now, but by default, you'll only see the flattened view of data. So when you have any arrays, you'll just see one column for every element in that array. To see the more sophisticated view, go to Schema Definition, hit Generate All, and what this will do is that this will sample the data in your MongoDB database for every collection and generate a bunch of views on that data. And if you want to see what the driver's generated, you can go Edit Schema File, and this brings up our schema editor. On the left-hand side, you can see each of the collections, along with any of the what we call virtual tables or views on that data. So if we go to stocks, we can select the base stocks collection, and you'll see all of the columns the driver's found. You can rename any of these columns if you want, or change the SQL types, or you can add or remove columns if the driver hasn't found everything you wanted it to. By default, it does a really good job, though. But you'll notice there's stock 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's because for every element in the array, the driver has created a column. So there's another way to look at this data instead of flattening it out into columns. If you select one of the children of the stocks collection, like stocks VT main, you'll see that this is a simplified view of things. Stocks VT main has all of the columns, the fields that were in the base document. So we have query, query count, query created. And then if we go to stocks VT stock, you'll see this is all of the fields that showed up in the array. Except instead of one column for every element of the array, we now have one row in the stock table for every element in our array. If you want to, you can change anything, then save it. When you're done, just close the schema editor, and then hit Upload Metadata. And this will upload the metadata back to MongoDB for the driver to use. Now we're done. And so the next thing to do is open up Tableau. When we're in Tableau, go to Connect to Data. Scroll to the very bottom for Other Databases, ODBC. Select the Simba MongoDB DSN, which you just created and configured. Hit Connect. And go OK. And now we've made a connection. Select our test database. We'll hit the little magnifying glass to list all of the tables. And we want to use our stocks table. So we can see that pulled back all of the data. And now we actually just want to do a join back to the parent table so we can pull up some extra information. And we can see that Tableau automatically figured out the join condition. From here we can go to our worksheet and we can start creating some visualizations. So We'll throw the sector on there, throw industry, and we'll throw the stock index. Make that a nice graph. And there you go. That's how easy it is to pull back data in Tableau from MongoDB using the Simba MongoDB ODBC driver. Thanks for watching the video. If you'd like to get the driver, go to www.simba.com. And if you have any questions, email us at solutions@simba.com.